Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about Ansu Fati as Roberto de Zerbi has come out in the media and he said some interesting words about the Spaniard. And then as well, guys, I'm going to be talking about Hector Ford and Jules Kounde as there has been some transfer speculation in regards to both of these players. And then lastly, I'm going to be talking, very quickly about an interesting news story that broke out in the media in regards to Xavi. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. Well, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Ansu Fati and Roberto de Zerbi, because Roberto de Zerbi, he came out in the media and he said this about Ansu Fati, which was surprising. Expectations with him are always very high. He has to give something more because what he is doing is not enough. Right there, very strong words from Roberto de Zerbi. We are helping him. He is a sensitive guy, a good guy, and when you work with people like that, you are happy if you can help them. Continuing on, he says this about his about Ansu. The first part of his career has been hard to accept and understand, but for great players, the most important thing is to adapt to the expectations you have. Now, this is very interesting, and it goes off for what we discussed on yesterday's episode, guys. And you guys haven't checked that out, go make sure to check it out, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, or on YouTube, wherever you guys can watch it ad free. Go over there and check out our Monday episode in which we upload and in which we did talk about Ansu Fati and his situation at Brighton and what would you do with Ansu. But looking at the quotes from Roberto de Zerbi, it gives off a sensation of like, hey, Ansu Fati, he's a good player, but he has to give more. And he is in a process of adaptation. He's gone through a very difficult period in his career. Very difficult start, and a couple weeks ago, Roberto de Zerbi, he came out in the media. He said he believes that Ansu Fati is a sleeping giant, and that that report is strengthened because Sport came out and they said the option of extending Ansu Fati's loan at Brighton for another season is gaining more strength. And so, as of right now, it seems that Roberto de Zerbi and Ansu Fati, they could develop a good relationship, and that Barcelona, they're going to be looking for another loan for Ansu Fati. Now, whether you agree to that or disagree with that, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments section. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Ansu Fati. And as always, the summer is going to be absolutely crazy. But now, guys, I'm going to be talking about Jules Kounde and Hector Ford because PSG are interested in both of the Barcelona players. According to Costa, part of the Catalonia radio, they said that there was a meeting some weeks ago in which Barcelona, they discussed with PSG, and as of right now, Barcelona, they do not want to sell for, but they are open to discussing Kounde's transfer. This is in alignment with some of the other media speculations that we heard, saying like, hey, Jules Kounde, he's been playing as a right back, but if, for example, he says he wants to play as a center back, if he no longer wants to be play at the right back, then we could be listening to offers. And that report is also backed up by the LOS, who says if Kounde accepts to continue playing as a fullback, he will stay, but the club may listen to offers if he returns to play as a center back. And that's just because there's an abundant of players in that position. And in recent weeks, Jules Kounde has done phenomenally well in that right back position, and he hasn't been complaining about playing there, but if, for example, he changes his mind, then things could change. But PSG are interested in both of these players. I do agree that that Barcelona, they shouldn't be accepting any offers for Hector Ford, because a player who could play on both flanks and who's playing phenomenally well in the minutes that he's been receiving, I don't think that Barcelona, they should be looking to sell whatsoever. Develop the youth and then see what happens. But guys, talking about another Barcelona defender, I want to be talking about Eric Garcia very quickly, because Eric Garcia, he said this in regards to returning to Barcelona. I'm 100% returning to Barcelona this summer. I have a contract. I know there are very good center backs at Barcelona, but I'm doing well here at Girona. These are very interesting words, and Eric Garcia, he is very confident about his skill and his performances that he's been giving in during his time at Girona. And yes, he's become an important figure, an important starter for Michel under Girona. But the interesting thing is that Barcelona, as I said with Kounde, they're going to have an overbooking at center back. And so, we're going to have Inigo Martinez, Kubarsi, Miguel Fay, who's going to be joining, the Barcelona preseason, who will possibly join the first team next season as well. Then you have Inigo, you have Christensen, you have Araujo, including Eric Garcia. Now there's going to be an overbooking in that position, and so Barcelona, they're going to have to look for other ways to basically clear out that overbooking. And as of right now, Barcelona, they're looking for a way out for Eric Garcia. And if, for example, let's say Christensen leaves, Kounde leaves, then Eric Garcia could have a possibility of staying. But whoever the coach is will be giving Eric Garcia a chance to at least demonstrate his level during preseason. But guys, the last topic on today's video, I want to be talking about this very interesting report that I saw in regards to Xavi, and this is so funny because a report from Juan Marti is saying that Ajax are interested in hiring Xavi for next season. As you guys know, Ajax, they haven't been doing particularly well, and Xavi is on that managerial shortlist to become the next manager. But as of right now, Xavi, his intention is to not coach for the next year after this period in which he leaves. His mind hasn't changed whatsoever. He's going to be leaving and basically taking a hiatus, a year-long break in which he can basically reset, rejuvenate, and then go out and coach again. And so it seems that even though Ajax are interested in Xavi Hernandez and they're looking at him to be their potential manager, it doesn't seem that that Xavi will be their next manager. But guys, that was it for the video for today. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I've discussed on today's video. What do you guys make of Roberto de Zerbi's words on Ansu Fati, saying that he has to give more? Those are very strong words, and it, it's up into the air whether Ansu Fati will be able to recover his best level. And as well, what do you guys make of Kounde, PSG being potentially interested in Hector Fort and Kounde? And lastly, of that report on Xavi going to Ajax and Eric Garcia potentially returning to Barcelona. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.